A lovely afternoon to you out there, and thanks for joining us on the Midday News. My name is Ademola Adeleke. The Ekiti State government has approved the appointment of places to fill the vacant stools in 3 communities in the state. The towns are Ayebodi and Esun, both in Ikoli local government, and Emure in Emure local government area of the state. The steps were part of decisions taken at the State Executive Council meeting in Ado, presided over by Governor Biodu Oyebanji. Prince Olushola Omolayo was appointed as the Owa of Ayebodi to succeed Obataiwo Famuruti, who joined his ancestors in September 2022. Similarly, Prince Bankole Ilubusi was approved to become the new Elesun to succeed Oba Babatunde Ogushaki, who passed away in January last year. The State Executive Council also approved the appointment of Prince Babatunde Ajiboye as the Elemure. The new monarch from the Abenimota ruling house is succeeding Oba Adebowale Adebayo, who joined his forefathers in May last year. Other decisions taken at the meeting included the contract for the structural adjustment to ease the movement of patients and 8-bedded multipurpose building at Esuf in Ado-Ekiti, and renovation of school buildings affected by rainstorms in the state. As a way of containing the effect of flooding, the Ekiti State government is to spend more than 195 million naira to clear blocked drains and culverts in 5 local government areas of the state. They are Ado, Ikere, Irekmodo Ifelodo, Ekiti West, and Moba. The decision was part of the resolutions at the State Executive Council meeting held in Ado-Ekiti. The job to be executed within 6 months by the State Environmental Protection and Watershed Management Agency through direct labor was in line with the intention of government to continue mitigating ecological challenges. Government also approved more than 4 billion naira for the construction of Alanaka Road in Efualayi. The project will be completed within 15 months with the aim of easing the hardship of the people and improve the socio-economic activities of the area. And the Ekiti State government has advocated a strategic approach to migration from an open dump site to a sustainable waste management practices as it moves towards turning waste to waste. The plan was reviewed by the technical advisor to the governor on EGSI and land management and Southern Coordinator of UN Habitat Nigeria, Mr. Olasukomi Akintobi, at the Data Validation and Stakeholders Forum on Waste-Wise Cities to survey at the conference hall, Governor's Office in Ado-Ekiti. BSS Government House reporter Tom Babalola completes the story.
The forum was at the instance of Governor Biodu Oyebanji's approach to the United Nations Habitat, which necessitated a data survey for Ado Metropolis as a case study on waste collection, dump sites, recovery facilities to engender development. The technical advisor, EGIS and land management, Mr. Akintobi, said the forum was part of government's move to validate the results phantom through a wise city survey on how municipal waste was being treated from the collection points to the disposal points. According to him, data were collected from about 90 households, recovery facilities and dump sites in the capital city, with statistics of collected and uncollected wastes identified and recommendations made.
30% of our waste does not get to the dump site. So where are they? If they are not where they are supposed to, they are somewhere, maybe in the drains, in the river. You know, this is one of the problems. Another problem that is identified is that we have much of film plastic. Those plastic is a problem, because if you even go to the dump site, you see heaps of them. And why is it like that? It's because there's no market.
Also, the technical advisor to the governor on green economy and ecological matters, Dr. Akinyemi Akinyugba, explained that Governor Oyebanji's data-centric approach was to reorganize the waste management sector for optimal service delivery. He explained that about 206 municipal tons of waste were being generated in Ado-Ekiti and suburbs, with half of kilogram of waste being generated per person in a day.
One of the strengths of that project was trying to reorganize the waste sector. If you understand the way the waste sector works, you understand that waste is just not a problem of going to people's houses and facilities and collecting rubbish. There's a lot of urban development issues that impact on waste collection. So if we are trying to solve urban development problems, we need to also think about the things that arise from urban development, one of which is waste management.
Mr. Akinyugba called on residents to support Governor Oyebanji's drive at ensuring a clean, safe and hygienic environment with attitudinal change in waste disposal to prevent flooding and epidemics. The Director General, State Waste Management Authority, Mr. Olasukomi Onikpede, enumerated Governor Oyebanji's intervention in the waste management sector to ensure a safer environment and stressed that the database would attract investment donors, especially waste recyclers, to the state. Toba Babalola reporting.
The Ekiti State House of Assembly has screened and confirmed the appointment of Justice Lekan Ogunmoye as the substantive chief judge of the state. The confirmation came at the plenary presided over by the Speaker, Mr. Adeoye Aribasue, at the Assembly Complex in Ado-Ekiti. BSS reporter Bukola Adebukola was there.
Justice Ogunmoye was accompanied to the Assembly by the State Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Dayo Akpata, and judiciary workers. The Speaker read the letter from Governor Biodun Oyebanji requesting for the screening and confirmation of Acting Chief Judge Ogunmoye as Chief Judge.
The same person whose name has been forwarded to us to be screened and also confirmed as the substantive CJ of the state.
The House drilled the nominee, while the majority leader, Mr. Tolu Ige, and minority leader, Mr. Oladele Ogunshakin, extolled the virtues of Justice Ogunmoye.
Justice delayed is justice denied. But with men like Honorable Justice Adekunle Ogunmoye, justice is neither delayed nor denied. It is delivered with grace, strength, and integrity.
The Chairman House Committee on Judiciary and Legal Matter, Mr. Babatunde Oke, read the report of their findings to the lawmakers, which the House discussed and adopted at the Committee of the Whole House.
I recommend that the appointment of Justice Lekan Ogunmoye, Acting Chief Judge of the State, be confirmed as the substantive Chief Judge of the State.
At the end of the extensive deliberation and vote by the lawmakers, the Speaker pronounced his confirmation as the Chief Judge designate.
Justice Lekan Ogunmoye is now a CJ designate. Thank you and God bless.
In an interview, Justice Ogunmoye promised to make use of information technology in the court proceedings.
There is no option to it. We have to move on to technology. Now, in the state today, virtual hearing of cases is a thing of reality.
Justice Ogunmoye was born at Omo-Ekiti in 1963 and graduated from the University of Ife. He was called to bar in 1987, after which he joined the Ondo State Civil Service. Ogunmoye was appointed the acting chief judge in November 2024 until his confirmation as the chief judge by the House of Assembly. Bukola Adebukola reporting.
The Ekiti State Agro-Marshal has intensified efforts to rid local areas of criminal activities. The commander of the corps, Mr. Olamide Oni, gave the information while parading members of a cannabis syndicate arrested in remote areas after months of surveillance. The report is presented from our studio.
The first suspect paraded at the Agro-Marshal office in Ado-Ekiti was one Atiku Amodu, who was caught with over 351 kilograms of compressed cannabis at Irele-Ekiti. The suspect, who claimed to be a police officer, said during interrogation that he got the cannabis from Ikole-Ekiti to deliver them to his clients in the northern part of the country. The Agro-Marshal commander, Mr. Oni, said that the suspect was arrested at Irele-Ekiti by his men who were on guard.
Friday, on 27th June, when my men sighted a strange car, a strange Lexus car at the border post there. Who is this person? They tried to challenge him. Then he decided to show them an officer's identity card, police identity card to be precise. They showed him, he announced, an officer, why are you going up and down in this area? Where are you serving? He was unable to give them a reasonable account of himself. At the same time, he attempted to escape from them, leaving his car. They grabbed him. After arresting him, they decided to seize the key of his car. After seizing the key of the car, they go into the car search. They search his car and they discover 351 kilograms of compressed lily. Compressed in there, lily. Cannabis satisfies the sage.
Another Indiahem syndicate paraded was arrested at Ipochi in Ijeru local government area. The suspect, Oyibo Sunday, who claimed to be a cocoa farmer at Ipochi was alleged to be engaging in Indiahem cultivation after many months of investigations conducted by the agro-marshal officers in the locality. Agro-marshal commander told journalists that Oyibo Sunday confessed that the cannabis plantation discovered beside his cocoa farm was owned by his son, claiming that the Indiahem farm has been destroyed upon his arrest.
Monday, we were able to pin a particular person called Oyibo as the owner of the farm. And I ordered that they should go and bring him. And when he came here, after some interview, he agreed that he knows the person who planted the Indian. Who is the person? He said, the person is my son. He said, the person is my son. Okay, where is your son? Take us there. When we were about going there, he told us that the farm had been destroyed.
The commander, who stressed the determination of the state agro-marshal to stamp out criminalities in all farms in the state, said the suspects will be handed over to the police for further investigation and prosecution. Mr. Oni called on traditional rulers, community leaders, and other landowners to be conscious of who they give their farmlands to for agricultural purpose, noting that many were hiding under farming to engage in illegal acts in the state. The commander also charged all stakeholders to be security conscious and report promptly any security issues to the law enforcement agents to make the state safe for all.
Moving on to the national scene now, the federal government has concluded plan to honor 250 outstanding Nigerians for their exceptional dedication, innovation, and patriotism towards the nation building as part of activities marking the 55th and independence anniversary. The Secretary of the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume, who gave the information, described the initiative as historic. He noted that the move was aimed at celebrating values of resilience and patriotism among Nigerians. The Senate has commenced its public hearing on the review of the 1999 Constitution aiming to implement key reforms in governance in Lagos. The Southwest Zonal hearing opened in Ikeja, focusing on electoral reforms, state policing, local government creation, and fiscal policies. The two-day event coincided with similar hearings nationwide, except in the Northwest, where proceedings were postponed following the death of Kano industrialist Aminu Dantata. Senate leader Okwemi Bamdele described the hearing as an opportunity for Nigerians to shape the country's future. The House of Representatives has called for the immediate establishment of a permanent military base in Madagali and Michika, Adamawa State, following renewed attacks that left several residents dead and many abducted. It urged the Chief of Defense Staff, Inspector General of Police, and Director General of the Department of State Service to deploy a combined military and police task force and set up a permanent forward operating base to deter attacks and restore peace. The House also urged the National Emergency Management Agency to provide urgent humanitarian support to displaced residents. Meanwhile, in the House of Representatives, a bill seeking to provide free internet access in selected public spaces has scaled second reading. Sponsored by Abubakar Usada, the bill aims to bridge Nigeria's digital divide by offering free internet, especially in rural areas. Lawmakers, however, raised concerns over funding, with some suggesting cost sharing between government and service providers. Also, the House has resolved to investigate recurring insecurity in the northeast following a motion by Zakaria Yampe, who decried incessant killings in Madagali and Michika areas of Adamawa State. Ahead of the 2027 general election, the Independent National Electoral Commission says that it has received 12 additional applications for registration as political parties. The new applications now brings the figure of applicants to 122. The All Progressives Congress APC has scheduled its National Executive Council meeting for the 24th of this month. In a post on its official X handle, the party urged all NEC members to take the notice seriously in line with Article 1.2.3 of its constitution. Still talking party matters, the Julius Abori-led faction of the Labour Party has given Peter Obi a 48-hour ultimatum to leave the party after joining the coalition. National Publicity Secretary Obiora Ifo said the party under Aburi's leadership remains opposed to the coalition. However, the Senator Nenadi Usman-led faction has urged the public to disregard the ultimatum, describing it as mischievous. The Nigerian Medical Association NMA has raised concerns over the federal government's agreement to send Nigerian doctors and healthcare professionals to St. Lucia, saying that the move could worsen the country's ongoing brain drain crisis. The Secretary General of the association, Dr. Ben Igbo, criticized the timing of the agreement. He pointed out that Nigerian doctors continue to face systematic neglect, poor remuneration, and withheld allowances. He also highlighted a recent controversial salary circular, which is said undermined doctors' welfare and professional dignity. Former President Muhammadu Buhari has been admitted to the London hospital for treatment. His spokesman, Malam Shehu Gaba, confirmed his principal's illness but assured Nigerians that the former president is responding to treatment. Moving on to the foreign scene now, Mali's military-appointed legislative body has granted junta leader General Assimi Goïta a 5-year term, renewable multiple times without elections. The move would allow Goïta to remain in power until at least 2030, despite earlier promises to return to civilian rule by March last year. The bill passed by 147-member National Transitional Council now await Goïta's formal signing after cabinet approval last month. And the U.S. President Donald Trump will meet with the leaders of Gabon, Liberia, Guinea-Bissau, Mauritania, and Senegal from the 9th to 11th of this month. The meeting is seen as part of America's intensifying diplomatic efforts in Africa. Last month, the White House brokered peace deal between Rwanda and Democratic Republic of Congo and months of hostilities in eastern DRC. Although Trump's bilateral meeting with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa in May was tense, the upcoming mini summit is expected to focus on trade and commercial opportunities. Moving on to sport, President Bola Tinubu has expressed great sadness at the passing of legendary Super Eagles goalkeeper Peter El-Rufai. According to the Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, Tinubu condoled with the Rufai family and football enthusiasts on the demise of the goalkeeper. He said that Rufai will be remembered as one of those patriotic sportsmen sportsmen who wrote their name in gold. And that's it on the media news. Thanks for watching. ẹ káàsán ẹ sì káàbọ̀ sórí ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí. Kelechi David oníròyìn. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti fọwọ́ sí pé kí wọ́n dé àwọn ipò ọba tó ṣòfò nílùú mẹ́ta nípínlẹ̀ yìí. Àwọn ìlú náà ní Ayébọ̀dé àti Ẹ̀sùn níjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ìkọ̀lé àti Èmùrè níjọba ìbílẹ̀ Èmùrè. Àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ náà jẹ́ ara àwọn ìpinnu tó wáyé nígbà ìpàdé ìgbìmọ̀ ẹ̀ka ìṣèjọba tìpínlẹ̀ yìí nílùú Adó Èkìtì tí gómìnà Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí darí rẹ̀. Ọmọọba Olúṣọlá Ọmọláyọ̀ ni wọ́n yàn gẹ́gẹ́ bí Ọwá àti Ayébọ̀dé láti gbapò ọba Táyọ̀ Fámorútì tó darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn baba ńlá rẹ̀ lóṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún 2022. Bákan náà ni wọ́n yan ọmọọba Bánkọ́lé Ìlúgbòsì láti di ẹlẹ́sùn tuntun láti gbapò ọba Babátúndé Ògúnṣakin tó jáde láyé ní oṣù kínní ọdún 2024. Ìgbìmọ̀ ẹ̀ka ìṣèjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí tún fọwọ́ sí yíyan ọmọọba Babátúndé Ajíbóyè gẹ́gẹ́ bí Elémùrè. Ọba tuntun náà láti ẹbí Abẹ́niwọ́ntà ni ó rọ́pò ọba Adébọ̀wálé Adébáyọ̀ tó darapọ̀ mọ́ àwọn baba ńlá rẹ̀ nínú oṣù karùn-ún ọdún tó kọjá. Àwọn ìpinnu míì tí wọ́n ṣe níbi ìpàdé náà ni àtúnṣe ètò láti jẹ́ kí gbígbé àwọn tó wá gba ìtọ́jú rọrùn àti iṣẹ́ ilé tí ó lè gba 100 ibùsùn ní exuf nílùú Adó Èkìtì àti àtúnṣe àwọn iléèwé tó bàjẹ́ nípínlẹ̀ yìí nípasẹ̀ ìjì òjò. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀nà láti kápá àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ omíyalé, ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ní láti ná owó tó ju mílíọ̀nù 15 náírà láti kó àwọn ojú àgbàrá àti afárá tó dí ní àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ 5 nípínlẹ̀ yìí. Àwọn ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ náà ní Adó, Ìkẹrẹ́, Ìrẹ́pọ̀dù, Ìfẹ́lódùn, Èkìtì West àti Mọ̀bà. Ìpinnu náà wà lára àwọn ìpinnu tó wáyé níbi ìpàdé ìgbìmọ̀ ẹ̀ka ìṣèjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí tí gómìnà Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí darí rẹ̀ nílùú Adó Èkìtì. Iṣẹ́ náà tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe láàrin oṣù 6 nípasẹ̀ àjọ tó ń rí ṣètò ààbò àyíká ti ìpínlẹ̀ yìí àti ìṣàkóso omi wà níbàámu pẹ̀lú èròǹgbà ìjọba láti tẹ̀síwájú àdínkù àwọn ìpèníjà ọ̀rọ̀ àyíká. Ìjọba tún fọwọ́ sí owó tó lé ní bílíọ̀nù 4 náírà fún ṣíṣe ọ̀nà alánàká nílùú Ẹ̀fọ̀nláyè. Iṣẹ́ àkànṣe náà yóò parí láàrin oṣù 15 pẹ̀lú èrò láti ṣàdínkù ìrora àwọn aráàlú àti láti ṣe ìrànlọ́wọ́ ètò ọrọ̀ ajé àwọn èèyàn agbègbè náà. Ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti pè fún ìgbésẹ̀ ìyípadà láti kúrò ní lílo oríkò ìdalẹ̀nù sí àwọn ìlànà mímójútó pàǹtí bó ti ń lérò láti máa sọ ìdọ̀tí di ọrọ̀. Olùdámọ̀ràn fún gómìnà lórí EGIS àti ìṣàkóso
ilẹ̀ pẹ̀lú alámòjútó lórí ọ̀rọ̀ àyíká fàjọ ìṣọ̀kan àgbáyé lágbègbè gúúsù ilẹ̀ yìí ọ̀gbẹ́ni olùsànmí akíntóbi ló sọ̀rọ̀ náà níbi àpéjọ lórí ètò àkọọ́lẹ̀ àti àpéjọ àwọn alábàáṣepọ̀ lórí ètò ìwádìí tí wọ́n ṣe lórí ọ̀rọ̀ pàǹtí láàrin ìlú ńlá Waste Wise Cities 2 tó wáyé ní gbọ̀ngàn ìpàdé lọ́fíìsì gómìnà nílùú Adó-Èkìtì. Oníròyìn BSCS Tọ́ba Babalọ́lá jábọ̀ pé àpérò náà ló fún àwọn ẹni ọ̀hún láǹfààní láti pẹ̀kẹ́lu pé ìyànjú ìjọba gómìnà Oyèbánjí ló wà láti rí dájú pé ètò àyíká jẹ́ èyí tí kò léwu fún àwọn aráàlú. Tíwádìí tó sì ti wáyé nílùú Adó-Èkìtì fi hàn pé wọ́n ní láti ṣe àmójútó àwọn oríkò ìdálẹ́nu sí lójúnà àti rí pé wọ́n pèsè bí wọ́n yóò ṣe máa sọ àwọn pàǹtí náà di ọrọ̀ fún ìpínlẹ̀ yìí. Olùrànlọ́wọ́ pàtàkì fún gómìnà lórí EGIS àti ọ̀rọ̀ àmójútó ilẹ̀ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Akíntóbi sọ pé ìjọba ló ti gbé ìgbésẹ̀ lójúnà àti ṣèrànwọ́ bí wọn yóò ṣe máa sọ pàǹtí di ọrọ̀ léyìí tó ní àkọọ́lẹ̀ ló ti fi hàn wípé níbi àádọ́rùn ojúlé nípínlẹ̀ yìí ló jẹ́ pé wọ́n ní àkọọ́lẹ̀ ti fi hàn pé wọ́n ń gba pàǹtí wọn tí wọ́n sì ń kó wọn jọ léyìí tí ó sọ pé ó ṣèrànwọ́ láti lè jẹ́ kí ètò ọrọ̀ ajé ìpínlẹ̀ yìí túbọ̀ rú gọ́gọ́. Ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin ìpínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti ṣàyẹ̀wò tí wọ́n sì ti fòǹtẹ̀ lu ìyànsípò adájọ́ Lékan Ògúnmóyè gẹ́gẹ́ bí adájọ́ àgbà ti ìpínlẹ̀ yìí. Ìgbésẹ̀ náà wáyé nígbà ìjókòó ilé tí olórí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin náà ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adéoyè Àríbásóyè darí rẹ̀ nílé aṣòfin ọ̀hún nílùú Adó-Èkìtì. Oníròyìn BSCS Bùkọ́lá Adébùkọ́lá mú ìyàn wá ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́.
Fọ́rùn fẹ́tò ìdájọ́ ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Dayọ̀ Àpáta àtàwọn òṣìṣẹ́ lẹ́ka ìdájọ́ bá kọ̀wọ́ rìn wá sílé aṣòfin. Olórí ilé aṣòfin tó ka lẹ́tà látọwọ́ gómìnà Bíọ́dún Oyèbánjí tó ń béèrè fún àyẹ̀wò àti ìfòǹtẹ̀lù àdélé adájọ́ àgbà ọ̀hún Ògúnmóyè gẹ́gẹ́ bí ojúlówó adájọ́ àgbà. Lẹ́yìn tí ilé aṣòfin fọ̀rọ̀ wọ́rọ̀ láti ẹnu rẹ̀ ni olórí ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ tó pọ̀ jùlọ nílé aṣòfin ọ̀gbẹ́ni Tolú Ìgè àti olórí ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ tó kéré jùlọ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọládélé Ògúnṣakin sọ̀rọ̀ rere nípa adájọ́ Ògúnmóyè. Alága ìgbìmọ̀ tẹ̀kótó lórí ẹ̀ka ìdájọ́ ọ̀gbẹ́ni Babátúndé Ọ̀kẹ́ ló ka àbọ̀ ìwádìí ìgbìmọ̀ wọn fún ilé aṣòfin táwọn aṣòfin sì jíròrò tí wọ́n ṣe àgbéyẹ̀wò rẹ̀ níbi ìjókòó ilé kó tó di wípé wọ́n fẹnu kò. Lẹ́yìn òrẹ́yìn ni olórí ilé aṣòfin kéde adájọ́ ọ̀hún bíi adájọ́ àgbà tó yẹ lẹ́ni à ń búra wọ̀ṣẹ́ fún. Nínú ìfọ̀rọ̀wérọ̀ adájọ́ Ògúnmóyè ṣèlérí láti ṣàmúlò ìmọ̀ ẹ̀rọ ìgbàlódé nínú ètò ìdájọ́ nílé ẹjọ́.
lẹ́nìí kò dandan pé ẹni tó lẹ́jọ́ gbọ́dọ̀ wà ní ilé ẹjọ́ kó tó ṣẹjọ́ ẹ̀. Èèyàn lè wà ní ìlú òyìnbó lẹ́nìí ó lè wà nílùú ọba, èèyàn wọn lè wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kó dẹ̀ ṣẹjọ́ lẹ́kìtì. Ẹni tó pe ẹjọ́ ó lè wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́, ẹni tó ń pè lẹ́jọ́ ó lè wà lábújá, adájọ́ á wà ládó, wọ́n á dẹ̀ ṣe ẹjọ́ wọn nínú ìyẹn tó wà lẹ́kìtì.
Adájọ́ Ògúnmóyè ni wọ́n bí nílùú Òmò Èkìtì lọ́dún 1963 tó sì kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ gboyè ní fásitì Ilé Ifẹ̀. Lẹ́yìn tí wọ́n pè é sí ẹ̀ka ìdájọ́ lọ́dún 1987 ló darapọ̀ pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ka iṣẹ́ ọba ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo. Ògúnmóyè ni wọ́n yàn gẹ́gẹ́ bí adelé adájọ́ àgbà ní ìpínlẹ̀ yìí lóṣù kọkànlá ọdún 2024 títí di àsìkò tí ilé aṣòfin wá fòǹtẹ̀lù kó di ojúlówó adájọ́ àgbà. Bùkọ́lá Adébùkọ́lá ló ń jábọ̀ ìròyìn.
Ikọ̀ aláàbò láwọn oko nípínlẹ̀ Èkìtì ti tẹpẹlẹ mọ́ akitiyan láti lé àwọn ọ̀daràn kúrò láwọn ìlú tó wà nípínlẹ̀ yìí. Ọ̀gá àgbà àjọ náà ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọlámídé Òní sọ̀rọ̀ náà lákòókò tó ń ṣe àfihàn àwọn tó gbé egbògi olóró tí wọ́n mú ní àwọn ìletò lẹ́yìn ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ oṣù tí wọ́n ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọ̀tẹlẹ̀múyẹ́. Oníròyìn wa jábọ̀ pé àwọn ẹni náà ni ó jẹ́ pé ọ́fíìsì àjọ ọ̀hún tó wà fún ààbò àwọn àgbẹ̀ àti ohun ọ̀gbìn nílùú Adó-Èkìtì ti ṣàfihàn afurasí àkọ́kọ́ tí wọ́n ká egbògi olóró ìwọ̀n 300 àti 51 mọ́ lọ́wọ́ ní ìlú Ìrẹ̀lẹ̀ Èkìtì nígbàtí ó ń takùrọ̀sọ pẹ̀lú afurasí náà tí ó pe ara rẹ̀ ní ọlọ́pàá. Ó sọ pé òun fi gbogbo olóró náà láti ìlú Ìkọ̀lé lọ fún àwọn oníbàárà ní agbègbè ilẹ̀ Haúsá, léyìí tí ó sọ pé ọwọ́ ṣìkún àwọn agbófinró ló tẹ òun lẹ́yìn ọ̀rẹ̀yìn. Ẹni afurasí míì léyìí tí ọwọ́ tún bà ní Òyìnbó Sunday, léyìí tí ó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ká egbògi olóró mọ́ tí wọ́n sì ṣe àfihàn àwọn egbògi olóró náà. Èyí ló pin ìròyìn ọjọ́ kan rí, ìyókù tún di ní aago 7 nígbà tí a máa mú ìròyìn lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ wá sí ojú ìwòran yín. Ẹ káàsán.